Somehow that had gotten turned off. It's funny. Um, I might actually have to go for a little bit. I forgot about something. I may have timed the stream badly. Um, so I might not actually be able to talk for very long here. And I might want to just come back later tonight and stream. Um, oops. Yay. Well, at least the sound is on. It is one thing. Yeah, I may need to go at around 7:15 and then come back on a little later tonight. Unfortunately. Hmm. Kind of like this. Like this seam is bad here. What I can do is I can create something that looks like an infrastructure that kind of divides these things that will kind of hide those seams, and I think that could actually look pretty good. It breaks up some of the radial symmetry too, because then you have this thing kind of running between. Ooh, I can make it like kind of branchy and stretchy looking. Kind of like that idea. Um, yeah, I think I can actually work with that. Um, I'll probably be back in about an hour ish. Um, like that. So sorry about that, guys. Hopefully the Facebook and Twitter algorithms don't like punish me for going live twice in the same day. Probably will. I don't care. I'm gonna work on this stuff anyways. But so let me just see here. All right, so I'll stream for another 20-25 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna get off. So, all right. So I'm gonna want to play with materials in this. Um, I need to figure out how to fill in all of this. What I like to do is just kind of a kit bash approach. So I'll take one of these and I'll break it up using that. Oh, looks like I'm still sampling. Put some of these windows on my other window. I'm gonna show a cool trick. Stop rendering. All right. It's funny. Sometimes I click that box and it just doesn't get the message. So I have some exciting news regarding my renderer that I just used there. This is the V-Ray renderer by Chaos Group. It's a popular rendering plugin for Macs, but a lot of other packages as well. They have a World Symposium, and they asked me to be a guest speaker for them. So they're gonna fly me out and put me up in Bulgaria, of all places, to like give a talk on my process. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. So I said yes, even though it's gonna be an insanely long travel time. But I'm gonna try to see other parts of Eastern Europe, maybe Greece, while I'm out there. And still have to figure out exactly how to put together my talk because it's going to be more of a technical talk. Um, So it's I haven't done I've only ever done talks that were more about the overall process, and more about just career in general. Yes, streaming is good practice for that. I don't think I'll be giving a demo there. I think it's going to be more of like a technical talk where I give a lot of slides. So what I need to do is take lots of screenshots. So anytime I see something cool, heck, I'll just take a screenshot of this here, at the time being, because I need material. We have to talk for an hour, so yeah, need to start prepping for that one early. It's not the kind of thing you want to do last minute. So what I said my talk would be about is the thing that I think I can speak best on, which is like managing complex scenes in Max and V-Ray. Um, so yeah, if anybody knows anything about that part of the world, I'm all ears. I've only done a cursory research so far on things to see there. Definitely want to check out some of the architecture for sure. The archviz industry in general, by the way, seems super strong there. Um, there's just like a lot of, I guess probably a lot of outsourcing there, but just seems like home industries as well. And that's kind of primarily what my renderer is used for. This one here, it's a physically based renderer. So it's primarily used for architectural visualization. So down here, I've added these little things that are about the size of like what would be shops. Remember I was talking about shop windows. So this is about the height that you would see as one of those. So what I need to do at some point is add stairs going up, um, and that kind of thing. I'm kind of bouncing around. Another thing that I need to do is for depth is I want to separate this one here from this background. This background is really busy right now and it's really detracting from what's going on here. So a combination of atmospheric perspective will definitely help. Lightening up some of the stuff inside here should help. But yeah, it's just definitely way too. Yeah. Still don't care for the shape exactly. I thought I'd make it a little bit more. And I need a better vocabulary for certain shapes. It's a kind of blobbiness that, not blobbiness, but lumpiness. It's not a good like transition compared to the sleek shape language and the stuff below. I think that's a little better. So this one I'm gonna make it unique. And I kind of want to, oops. It's getting a little bit laggy. I think I should probably, that's good enough. So what I'm aiming to do is take out a section of this whole thing and mirror it so that I have a totally new piece of geometry that can act as a wall but has the same shape language as these ones here. So I can kind of piece it with them and make it look like it's part of the same thing. Sort of what I'm going for kind of is like the shell of a turtle, like the sectioning that goes on with that. So Like, right now I'm just making a little more of a gradual. Oh, darn. So, no, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll take that for now. I can always make another copy of mine. Yossarian Sir says, is the edges curve mappable? Tricky manifold with the hex symmetry. Is the edges curve mappable? Are you talking about the edge where these two meet? Are you talking about this curve here? Um, yeah, see, what I was going to do is with the hex symmetry is I was going to tile them, then I was going to make this geometry like that's kind of like a web that was going to connect them all so that they have this kind of a continuum thing. So, what I might end up doing is doing that part in VR because it's a little easier to do geometry surgery with that. So right now I'm just gonna reset transform. That should get rid of all the control points. This is now just a piece of. Oh, that's interesting. You flipped it. Reset transform can have some pretty strange quirks. It all depends on like what kind of flipping you did when you initially modeled it. Sometimes the local coordinates get messed up. So now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play around with my wonderful scalpel plugin and like get some interesting shapes this way. Um, so I'm trying to make walls right now. My mouse is kind of jittery. So, Captain Assyrian Sir says the cone's radius is a function of height. You get the sleek profile, but that plus hex radius is hard. Could make a function of theta in height. Hex symmetry. The thing is it's not exactly a cone or a hex. It's kind of rounded. Um, I'm not sure I understand exactly what you're saying. Plus hex radius is hard. Make a function of theta. So the change, you're saying making a function of the change in radius and the height. As the height goes up, the theta would also go up since it's like upside down, but it would be low and then it would get higher as the thing flares. I think it's the kind of thing where it would take less time to eyeball it. If I were making something that were being manufactured, I'd probably get that precise. Alright. You see what I'm doing here is I'm making pieces and then I'm gonna make a webby kind of piece that's gonna go through all of this. And what's interesting is that due to the modifier stack, Generate a bell is a modified. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. You're saying slice the cone and get take the edge of that slice and convert that to like a spline, and then like stroke that spline to get your geometry. Yeah, I mean that's what I was planning to do. And so yeah, it would have to mean I would be modeling a copy of this as like a solid piece of geometry, and then doing my slicey thing, and I can make nice, you know, yeah, I can make nice where they intersect. I can make splines. So I could do that. Yeah, I just think that by the time I tried to precisely enough remodel all of these, since they're not one consistent piece of geometry, that I think I could probably eyeball it faster. And that's the thing with this kind of work is that you pretty easily get lost in the weeds in terms of like precision. This is weird. Um, so my gizmo, do it. Oh, that wasn't your idea, but that's much cooler, you said. Yeah, I might want a diagram to fully understand your idea. Words are not optimal for this kind of thing. Oops. This is very strange. So, I've lost the ability to do. I've actually never had this happen before. I mean, it's a new piece of software, but I don't know why, but I can't do anything except rotate this. And when I try to edit, it won't. Like if I try to undo, it won't undo. So, mm, I may need to actually get out of this. I'll try working on another part because I only have about like 15 more minutes of work to get off anyway. For the time being, so I'll just like start adding geometry. But what I wanted to show is that this. Okay, let's see if I can make a cut. Nope, it's stuck. It's still stuck. That is really weird. Why do these things always happen when I'm streaming? Oh my gosh. It's it's gonna do this nice thing where it's gonna resize and I was going to move and do all this stuff and it only lets me rotate. Very weird. Darn. So it takes a little while to open this scene, so I could just close it and like sing a song or go on Pinterest or something while I wait for it to. No, I'm not going to sing a song. While I wait for it to open again because I'm 99% sure it will fix things if I do that. Oh, I know. I could do some digital painting. Wait. I like to give it a good 10 seconds or so to make sure everything kind of like gets out. Come on, tablet, wake up. Wake up. And now my graphics tablet won't work. Nice. Little lights on. I just renamed a lot of my folders, so I'm trying to remember where I put stuff. Oh, oh wow. So this is funny. My keyboard wasn't working right. So I was trying my hotkeys and it wasn't doing my hotkeys. It's almost as if my Bluetooth is down somehow because it's both my keyboard and tablet are Bluetooth. Mouse is fine. And yeah, it's like I can't type. Well then, that would explain a lot. Okay, you know what? It's gonna be really boring to watch me try to reconnect on my Bluetooth devices. I think I'm just gonna stop the stream early and, like, I don't know. I only have 10 minutes left. You could watch me, like. Oh, this is so frustrating. Yeah, I don't even see my tablet on here either. Is it just me, or is Bluetooth just really flaky? I don't know if I have like conflicting addresses on my devices. Like, I kind of resisted Bluetooth for a long time because I just found it was not worth all the disconnections I always got, and I finally moved to it. As I was traveling more, I didn't want to deal with the wires. Come on, remove device. Yes, remove it. I know I charged it recently. Like my devices are not uncharged, and it's not even showing my tablet either. Yeah. See, I started working in bed more to try to save my neck. Like have different positions to like, and I find it a lot better neck support. And so I'm like, I keep tangling myself in this mess with cords if I do that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go cordless on my devices, and it's just been more trouble than. Yes, remove my keyboard. It won't remove my keyboard. And this one, I think I'm actually just gonna need to reboot. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do that.